All right, guys. So I want to talk about this Hasan and Ethan conflict between them. I'm not gonna get too much into the details. I don't want to make this such a long video, but we're gonna watch this Philip DeFranco show and kind of break it down a little bit.
We got to talk about this Twitch dumpster fire because there are actually several different news stories happening here, though kind of at the center of it you have Ethan Klein, Hasan Piker, and a creator by the name of Frogan. But where we'll start is with the fact that over the past few days we've seen the platform accused of ignoring anti-Semitism by creators like Ethan Klein. Multiple content creators have been banned for what were deemed hateful comments, and all of the fallout that's come from that as creators and fans go after one another. Though technically you could say that all of this started when Asmongold made his horrendous comments last week degrading Gazans, which as we covered on the show was something he apologized profusely for after getting banned. But then the spotlight on the situation shifted after Klein put out a video last Thursday called Twitch Has a Major Problem. And in that video, Ethan claims that Twitch harbors anti-Semites and actively ignores it. And as some evidence, he points out that Twitch recently unbanned Sneeko and Fresh and Fit, right? Content creators that are unambiguously anti-Semitic. And then on
Also note, Sneeko and Fresh and Fit got rebanned after Ethan started talking about it because Ethan is a very powerful person online, and some people will take account of what he says, and obviously whatever he did say in that video was all truth and facts, and Twitch is letting these political streamers really say whatever they want while breaking their policy, which like normally you shouldn't do that, right? Like you should treat everybody the same, right? But since these guys are talking about Palestine and then they're also Arabs and whatnot, they're seemingly getting a pass.
top of that, he highlighted this segment from an official panel at TwitchCon where multiple Arab content creators alongside some non-Arabs made a tier list.
Well, it's a panel hosted by Frogan and 4 of her friends in which they have a tier list where they rate people where good is Arab and bottom is loves Sabra.
Now, this was blatantly racist because Arab is like, yeah, they're the elites, right? And then love Sabra means that they're Jewish, right? Because Sabra is a Jewish owned brand and they're saying it's the bottom of the list, right? So very racist right here. That's a very racist thing to do. And if it were to be any other race comparing to any other race, right? Like whites here, like the whites, the Caucasians, and then over here are like, oh, loves cornbread. That's gonna be that's what Ethan said. Like that would be racist, right? Like that's just blatantly racist, but they're seemingly getting away with it.
S tier race. Fuck me, dude. S tier race is Arab. Imagine Jews doing this. S tier Jews. Imagine white people doing this. S tier white people. White people are S fucking tier. You know what I mean? And then at the bottom, you're like, at the bottom is like, cornbread. Oh, we didn't say it's not racist. We just don't like cornbread. Are you fucking? Are we dumb? These people are bigots, being greenlit by bigots, being straight up endorsed by Twitch, who, by the way, and I thank them for sitting right in front of the. Imagine they're doing this right in front of the sponsors too.
And well, recently now they did get like banned because of Ethan mentioning that, and it was also like a sponsored like segment too, which like really, bro? Like how'd you guys get through like this? How did this get accepted?
Sabra is a very popular hummus brand. I know in Israel, it's pretty much in everybody's refrigerator, and it's kosher. They're an American company, but they've been the subject of the pro-Palestine boycott. I mean, it's kind of just Arab good, Jew bad. I mean, I'm having a hard time seeing this any other way. And what's crazy is that I've been suspecting that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem. Obviously, it started with Hasan platforming Houthi terrorists and showing unfettered terrorist propaganda on his channel.
And one of the things that Hasan says to get away with that is that he says that, yeah, I'm a propagandist, bro. Like, you guys should know about that.
In this ongoing conflict. But it's interesting that you call me a propagandist, because I want to play you. This was your reaction to when the hospital got
I'm a
bombed.
propagandist.
Well, no,
For the record.
No, I'm not calling
I'm a
you that. I'm just
propagandist.
I'm just saying I'm going to
No,
play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay, well then I want to
I'm
play.
saying I am.
I just
before
want to
you
put
even play it.
Okay, I'm going to play the clip. This is your reaction.
Like, dude, this dude has double standards, right? Like, this would call somebody else a propagandist too. And then quite literally forgetting that he called himself a propagandist. He's like, "This is what I do. I try to mix things around and try to confuse people to get into my side, right?" And that's such a fucking asshole thing to do, right? Like, you're supposed to be this guy that covers the news, bro, and you're lying about it just because you want to have a certain narrative to go to.
With that, Klein also added,
If they were really serious about anti-Semitism, Sneeko and Fresh and Fit would never have been brought back to the platform. It's just a no-brainer, right? But they were welcomed back with open arms. And I mean, their whole platform essentially for the past year has just been anti-Semitism. I'm not even kidding. And that's literally all they talk about.
Now, all of that then led to Frogan, who's a mod for Hasan Piker's stream and also streams herself, responding and writing on Twitter. Even Klein lied again and said, myself, Arabs, which is the show, and our guest did a tier list where, quote, good equals Arab and Jew.
No, you're lying. That's what it was, and she's trying to lie about it. I'm like, that's just it. Like, it's just she's trying to deflect on this whole thing because she got caught. Every one of her friends got caught, and then then once Ethan talked about, all of them got suspended. Not suspended, but they got banned or whatever it might be for like a month, I think. Which I think it's fair. You know, this is a blatantly racist thing to do, and they should be getting the slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying?
Jew equals bad, which isn't what happened. Our tier list was, quote, who has Habibi pass, which is a meme tier list we did with a variety of creators. Here is the clip with the context. Rather than sharing a clip from that event and adding, the whole basis of my podcast, Arabs with Capri and Raf, is that we are all Arabs from different religious backgrounds. I am Muslim, Capri is Christian, and Raf is Jewish. Sabra hummus is objectively the worst hummus to exist and is the unfortunate standard of hummus in the US. Right, and so with that, you had some.
But they weren't talking about hummus. They were talking about what the hummus represents, which is the Jews. See, that they're trying to downplay this whole thing because they got caught, right?
Feeling that was a reasonable response, though others still called it a dog whistle to say Israeli without saying, especially given the context Klein gave earlier about its popularity in Israel. However, all of that was kind of just the tip of the iceberg, because Frogan ended up deciding just a day later to open up an entirely new can of worms after saying on stream,
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers.
Okay, so dude, like, this is how they know that they're getting a free pass here on Twitch, or like something's going on there where they can just say some terrible things, right? Like this thing, like saying that fucking military people deserve PTSD. Like, bro, these are the people that are helping our fucking government and keeping us safe, and you're saying don't even give them health insurance, don't give them medical insurance, let them like suffer because they know what they did over there. It's like, shut up. What the fuck are you doing?
U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. The ones the ones I'm like whatever about the U.S. soldiers are the ones that like acknowledge that like what they did was wrong. They didn't know back then. Whatever. You're a good person in my book. The U.S. military that are like, yeah, like, you know, I did this back then, but now I know it's wrong. Like, I'm changed. Like, imperialism. This, you don't deserve the PTSD. But like any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're like, oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD, and I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
Now with that, she did.
These are supposed to be like good people, and you know, human rights and all this shit. But then once they get a little mad, they get a little salty. They start saying, kill that person. I hate that guy. Don't give him nothing. Let them suffer. Let them die. You see how like you guys are just like pieces of shit too. Like the people that you call other pieces of shit, like the right wingers, right? That talk their shit. You're basically like them now, right? The thing that you hated, you have become. No?
Potentially give a sorta apology, but even with that, many users pointed out that Twitch's hateful conduct specifically covers veteran status, so they argued that she should be banned, arguing things like
yeah. So that some people didn't even know. I didn't know that they are a protected class. The veterans are a protected class. So basically on that, basically what Frogan said about, you know, they should die or whatever, that's discrimination, and it's breaking the terms of service of Twitch, right? So she had to get the fuck out, right?
Ban logic. Frogan saying military service members should get PTSD. No suspension. E-Girl streams softcore porn. 24-hour suspension. Asmongold calling Muslims inferior. 14-day suspension. Jew in Israel unable to even create an account on the website. Which I'll say, we're going to talk about that last bit at the end of this story. But like always with situations like this led to people digging up old clips of her saying other questionable things. Like with a clip where it appears that she may be hinting that her cousin may be involved with Hezbollah. But either way, by Monday, Twitch eventually cracked down and banned Frogan, which led many to believe that it was because she was wishing American veterans get PTSD. However, it appears that that is not the official reason. Instead, it appears that it was because of her comments on that TwitchCon panel, which is over a month ago, because they also banned the others on that panel, which also led to calls that it was being racist against Middle Eastern voices. And then on top of that, Twitch permanently banned Sneeko, something that Klein felt was necessary if they wanted to tackle anti-Semitism seriously. And it also looks like the decision was in part taken because of pressure from the Anti-Defamation League, with the ADL even tweeting out a whole thread on this that started by saying, ADL spoke with the Twitch staff today after becoming aware of several concerning incidents on the social media platform and/or involving Twitch streamers in the past week, with them then going on to mention Frogan by name. And so with all this, we've seen Frogan not happy with her 30-day ban, saying 30-day ban for saying people like bottom of the barrel hummus, but other people get 2 weeks for advocating for the genocide of Palestinians. Got it. Or with that last part, a pretty obvious reference to Asmongold's ban. But with all of that said, like that doesn't even bring us close to the end of all this. Right? Because after the ban of Frogan and others on that panel, many of whom were avid pro-Palestinian voices, content creators like Hasan Piker began to react in frustration.
Look, what's fair is fair, right? She did that, and now she should get another suspension, accumulating suspension, because what she really got suspended about was, the whole racist panel that she did, right? And now she should get more suspended for discriminating against the veterans. Personally, that is fair, I would say, right?
And in particular, to a lot of these controversies being spread and encouraged by various subreddits and the creators associated with them, to which Hasan said,
there is no winning in this battle. Okay? There is no winning in this battle. There's nothing you and I or this community or anyone can do. Nothing at all. This is precisely the reason why I just eat it every fucking day. Okay? For the past 12 months, this has been endless. Okay? When they can't get anything off of me and my statements, then they fucking turn around and, pick apart different statements from the chat. If they can't do that, they go after people that are also pro-Palestinian, but have smaller audiences.
That, like, what the hell are you even talking about?
Hasan then went on to claim that many people's opinions are turned into a caricature of who they are. Like, for example, he says that Muslim people are often painted as anti-Semitic no matter what, and with that arguing that there isn't much he can do to change people's minds about it.
There is nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. All I can do is just take it. Just like all Capri Sun Poppy and Frogan and everyone else that's getting banned in this mass ban wave, that all they can do is take it.
But then at almost the exact same time Hasan was making these statements on his stream, Klein was also streaming, with most of that criticizing Twitch for having an anti-Semitism problem, right? Talking about the recent unbans and criticizing people like Hasan for letting it become commonplace on Twitch. And among his problems with Hasan is that he's promoting this guy from Yemen who many think, Klein included, is actively involved in Houthi piracy. So this is others argue that at the very least, he's just a guy that is extremely
I'm glad to see this, because honestly, Hasan deserves this, right? Like, he needs a fucking humbling, and who better than to do it than Ethan Klein, his former friend and podcast partner. Going back to the Houthi pirate thing, Ethan made a video addressing all the problems that he had with Hasan.
I thought that this would be a bridge too far and that Twitch would step in and do something. He's interviewing a terrorist, and it's not that he's interviewing a terrorist, because I've seen Hasan try to deflect, just saying, oh, CNN reached me, BBC reached me, they want to talk to him, therefore it's real journalism. Hasan did not ask him one critical question. In fact, the opposite. It was a complete puff piece where he sucked him off, elevated him, was uncritical, and even in the moments of absolutely insane statements like this, he essentially covers for him and acts like ignorant.
Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did caught with them, and he danced some music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes him, yeah.
So I mean, what?
Yes, he just admitted to being a terrorist who's hanging out with hostages. That's literally just what happened, and Hasan knows it.
That's why he's laughing a lot and trying to deflect.
That's so crazy.
Yes, it
So
is.
they're just chilling with the captains. Like, I don't understand.
You
So
don't
America-
understand? Why would? Do you think anyone would just get access to hang out with like these hostages? Why would he be hanging out with hostages? I don't know. But Hasan does a good way of deflecting it and being like, oh no, this is just funny, silly stuff. You know what I mean?
If you guys don't know Hasan, he does not like videos like that, and he won't watch them. One person to point this out is Willie Mack Show. He did a similar video about Hasan and his extremist views, and confronted him about it. And here's Hasan's defense on why he does not like watching these types of video that criticizes him.
On a
Respond
debate
to
about a
it.
video you didn't even watch.
Why? Yeah, of course. You made the video. I'm
mean,
not
that-
like debating a random person about a video I didn't watch. You made the fucking video. So let's hear.
I know, but
what
that
your
kind of like
gripes
that kind of
are.
links up to like my big criticism with you is that you don't actually put in the bare minimum effort to research anything before you jump to conclusions. That's why
So-
your tweet when you're like, "Hey, I want to debate Willie."
Do you
about
really consider
Israel-Palestine."
me watching a fucking dumbass YouTube video
Yes.
from a drama farming channel to be doing research? I don't need to
Yes,
do
if
research
this is what you're
on a
talking
video.
about. You're going into a topic you don't know anything about.
Brother, just
Immediately-
give
but
me
you
what
didn't
you
even
want to
watch it.
say. Give me what you want to say. The video is about me, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
sure,
fucking
sure.
talk to me about what the fucking points of the video are, and let's discuss it. The f- do
Yeah,
you mean?
My main criticism
Why would I have to
is-
research a video about myself?
Because you don't know any of my criticisms. So now I have to provide all the context and do all the legwork for a debate you challenged me on. And it allows him to lie to his audience because they don't know the framing either.
I have to watch a fucking dumbass talk shit for 25 minutes and jerk off like all the fucking talking points that I've heard about myself over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly stupid. Give me the
He's such a bitch that he doesn't even want to look at himself get criticized. But he's happy, super happy to criticize anybody and watch a video and to go to the restaurant, come back and blah, blah, blah.
Anti-Semitic. Klein also blasted Hasan and others because of clips like this.
I think like anyone who does our general job, and especially someone like him who I only make $3 million a month. I'm middle class. He makes $30 million a month.
He's upper middle class.
He's upper.
These guys, this guy said, I only make $3 million. Bro, the guy right next to you, Hasan, makes so much money. What are you talking about? This is such a like a fucking death fucking take, bro. And they never even watched the video. This guy just rambling about nonsense.
Middle class, and it's like, we won the lottery. Why are you bitching about the
This motherfucker says you are rich, so why do you care about anti-Semitism? Also, like Hasan is fucking as rich, like probably as rich as I am. Let's be honest. He downplays as well. He gets like the same concurrent viewers as we do, and he collects all the money straight to the dome himself. Okay, so like the same logic. Just say, hey, son, why are you getting so worked up about Gaza, man? We won the lottery. You're rich, dude. Just chill.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't that go both ways there? Like, Hasan, why do you care, bro? You're rich. Stop caring about Palestine. Stop talking about it. Right? It's just like fucking brain dead, honestly. These two guys that are talking about another rich guy, you know, saying that you're richer than us, so shut the fuck up, bro.
Like, what a pathetic fucking response.
And honestly, I mean, for this part, it kind of just goes on and on from there because they're doing all these during live streams. We're talking about tons and tons of hours. I'll link to it down below. It's just something we can't cover point by point in this show. So if you want to do an even deeper dive, you have the tools at your fingertips. But then, as I promised I would come back and touch on, something that many people have pointed to as proof that Twitch was being anti-Semitic is the fact that Israelis weren't able to sign up to the site. Right? Among others, you had political commentators like Destiny bring this up, and also
So yeah, look. Twitch said that, oh, we kind of forgot that we put down the servers for Israel, and then their point was like, oh, because of there might be some people out there that want to show some atrocities that are happening there, record them, and we don't want that to happen, right? So best thing to do is just turn off all the services and not let anybody sign in or make an account, right? And it's obviously it looks a little weird there, right? But that's their excuse. That's Twitch's excuse there.
So Twitch said that it fixed it shortly afterwards, saying when signing up for a Twitch account, you can select an account verification method, email or phone, for added protection. Following the October 7th, 2023 attacks, we temporarily disabled signups with email verification in Israel and Palestine. And going on to claim we did this to prevent uploads of graphic material related to the attack and to protect the safety of users. But Twitch then going on to say that not letting users sign up with an email later on, that was a mistake and just an oversight and that it's fixed now. So this, as you might have noticed, there was a big...
Well, that was for several months. You know, until they were like, they got caught. They're like, oh shit, yeah, we forgot, bro. Like, shit, my bad.
Community note on that. With that note claiming that Twitch's explanation is not true and that even phone verification signups weren't working. With now all of that said, and as things continue to play out in real time, I gotta pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts with this mess? Any and all of it. I know there are a number of things at play here. Any and all of it. I'd love to hear from you in those comments down below. But then
I love this because Ethan can single-handedly take down Hasan, right, and all of his homies for just doing the worst, right?
Dude, where's the? You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
I was just. It's not about race, actually. It's not about ideology or race. It's just about hummus and Habibi. Where's the category for Zionists, you guys?
I'll leave you guys there, and like and subscribe, guys. Hit the like, and I'll see you guys for another video. Bye bye.